that's the wrong one. Well, how do there, people? It is I, Captain Steve. Hopefully you can hear me inside of the actual chat. Kurt, do you want to say something? Mic test?
Hello.
Sweet. I'm seeing audio levels, so I'd imagine everybody can hear everybody just fine and dandy. So, yeah. Cool, yeah. I'm just going to make sure my mic is there. I don't know where I can turn my mic up. I noticed last week I was lower in volume than everybody else. I don't know whether... Can you turn me up? I don't know how that works.
Nah, I don't think so.
Okie dokie. Right, so we've got Dark Lord Zarek in the house. We've got Beres and Bandit. Oh! Captain Urazel has become a member. Well, thank you, Captain Urazel. We had him on last week, didn't we? Yeah, he was here last week. Yeah, because I picked out as an angel's name, didn't I? Well, lovely to have you.
Something like that.
Cool. So, Kurt, over to you, sir. What have you got for us app news-wise? Anything?
Yeah. Well, we had a big update, and because of that, all the apps got big updates, and Windows, Android, iOS, the web, everything got updates. So I'm a little bit sick and tired of it. Don't even want to play the update. I've seen enough of the game items.
Cool. Okay. So the app, though, the latest version is out on both Android and on iOS. Yeah.
iOS is one version behind, but all the game items are in it. I think the expedition page is broken on iOS now because it just shows the main items of the expedition, but the reward items will come soon in the next iOS update, probably in like 2 days.
I noticed you use my videos as like little guide notes, as thumbnails for people to click on.
That's right.
Thank you very much. Cool. I hope they enjoy them. And thanks for doing that.
Yeah, no problem.
Cool. We've got Distortion in the house. James MC. Oh, you're in here as well. You multitasking expert. Yep.
That's right.
Yogi. We got Pierre Hall. Star Sailor X. We've got a crowd in. Dr. Pong. KJPC Gaming. Another awesome content creator. Dr. Pong's a creator as well. And Miyogi. Albert Saratov in here as well. Probably pronounced that incorrectly. Right. Shall we bring Miyogi in as a guest? Shall we go straight for guests?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Cool. Okay, we'll give him a while to realise that it's just been pulled in. So you haven't really played much of the update?
No, I haven't. The most that I've done is launch the game just so I can see what network requests there are. Obviously, with this new loop research that we've got, it took a little bit of effort to figure out how Hello Games implemented it. Yeah. And they kind of just used the community mission service that they already have, the community mission research progress. So I had to also bake that into the apps to now say that our current mission, it's not a normal community mission, it's now a loop research mission, and it requires X items, and yeah, it's just completely different from what we're used to.
Yeah, that threw me a little bit, to be fair, and it still has. Because it almost feels like not only is it the community items that count towards progress, but also Quicksilver. Can you confirm if that's a thing?
Yeah, we are pretty sure that's a thing. as pretty sure as we can be, because they're just using the existing service. So all the previous stuff still works. So handing in Quicksilver and doing the Quicksilver missions, that stuff still works fine. And then also submitting to Polo was another.
Yeah.
Yeah, that also sends off another request to contribute. But from what we've seen, it's still limited per player to that 20 whatevers that Cyberpunk shared on Twitter.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so what's Cyberpunk shared on Twitter? Should I see if we can bring it up?
Yeah, I also just sent it to you in case you don't have it handy.
Oh, nice one. Thank you. You're awesome. Okay, here we go. Here it is. Here. Is this it here? This one? Yeah. Okay, open original. That should make it nice and big. Yeah, go on then. It's going to open it in another freaking tab though, isn't it? Okay, and zoom in. So contribution levels for... bloody hell! That's a lot, isn't it? That's crazy sort of statage that we've got to get in there. Fair enough.
Although I don't think it's any different from the usual contribution levels, but yeah, they're big numbers, so I haven't bothered to memorize them.
No. and this is what he said. Want to know how the optional milestones are completed? After digging in the deep, dark, hidden places, the game keeps this info. Here's what I found. Loop tiers require 400k, 700. You can see the totals there, people. It goes into the millions. Total submissions for Apollo or Quicksilver missions to complete. And you can do up to 20 per day. Okay, so I've had conflicting sort of things inside of my comments saying that it's 5 per day. I've also heard that other people have been quoting other content creators and saying, well, this content creator has said 5 per day, so this content creator said 20 per day. So going by people that jump into the game files and look at the back end of the files, I'm going to say that this is probably going to be correct, and it's 20 per day.
Yeah, well, 20 contribution points. And the amount of contribution points you get per contribution to NADA or whatever might be 4 or 5. I've also seen Henry has just mentioned that the Quicksilver missions don't count to the contributions anymore.
Oh, now that the weekend is coming to a close, you mean?
Yeah, might be. Maybe Henry will explain it a bit further, but
so if that's
he would know better.
If that's the case, then, because on normal mode, that's the only bar I see when I go to the Quicksilver agent right now. So does that mean we're not going to get any new Quicksilver items for normal mode players to run for? So anybody that doesn't want to do the freaking community mission right now might as well download tools and go twiddle thumbs or go play another game if they've done everything and they're no interest in the community event.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's a bit of a weird move by Hello Games, to be fair. I mean, do you remember back when it was like, I don't know, season 2 or something of the weekend missions, where you would go and have to go pick up Hexite or dig something up. You take it to Apollo, turn it in, and after you got to a certain amount, it'd say, right, you can't bring me anymore until the following day.
Yeah.
But I don't see why they haven't done this on this expedition. It would have been so easy to put that in and make it freaking transparent to what we're doing. And the fact that there's different, you've got the dust, you've got the sun, sun stuff or whatever it is, and what's the other thing? The fragmented memories. They've got 3 different bars and 3 different optional missions, but yet they're all actually tied to the same freaking progress bar. So why bother having 3 and confusing the freaking flying fudge out of everyone?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Henry Rice also messaged me saying that each submission is also up to 5 per day, but they've changed it.
Miyagi, I don't know whether you realise, but you are actually in the live studio of the chat. So if you do want to talk to us, feel free to turn your camera on and can become visible and all sorts, because at the moment, it almost sounds like your cat has taken control of your machine. Oh, I've got a watch stream. What's a watch stream over there? That's pretty snazzy. What's that all about? I've moved. Oh! Look, there's Kurt there. And how's up there? There's Miyagi! The man, the myth, the legend! Hello, Miyagi!
Oh, yeah. Nice to spend time with you guys. Did you have a good
stag do?
Stag captain?
Oh, we drunk lots, and I had a nice kebab. We played pool. We went on the 2p flicks because we was at Skegness, Vegas. Yeah. So it's like Las Vegas but shitter basically, and we had a right laugh. Yeah, it was great. I'm still wearing the same stuff. I'm still wearing what I went out on the freaking town with. I got straight home, fired up a thumbnail, and hit up Kurt and said, "Do you want to do something today?" Yeah. How did your pet giveaway go, Miyagi?
We didn't do it, but we have had a meeting later on. I'll discuss what we did at the meeting, but it's on my YouTube channel. But we didn't do it back. It's not the same with you, Captain. So it's just not the same. But this guy here, Kurt, has done some awesome work in the verse recently with the creature creator. So I won't go into too much detail. It's up to Kurt. Talk about it, but we've got some very exciting news about what's going on, haven't we, Kurt? And we've had some. He's done an awesome job on this fact creator, definitely. So, which I'm still testing out at the moment. So,
have you got any beta sort of tester shenanigans or visuals that you can share with us, or is it not at that stage yet?
I think we could probably share a screenshot of what it looks like.
Oh, okay. Oh, look at this, an exclusive. Ha ha! Sweet.
I'll just show a little one. There's a lot of bugs, so Miyogi and Invisible are finding a lot of the bugs and letting me know.
Cool.
But yeah, progress is coming on pretty well.
Awesome.
Let me take a screenshot of it.
Good to hear. Well, while you're putting that together, I'll have a quick read of some of the chat here. Oh, we've got Scottish Rod in the house as well, people. Another awesome content creator. And I've been doing a little bit of Interceptor with him on Tuesdays. We've done 2 episodes. But I think we'll probably do doing another one this Tuesday if he's up for it. Pretty cool. Okay. Who else we got here? Daniel Hipley. Hello there, Daniel Hipley. I'm waiting for the 3 new posters for Quicksilver items. Same here. I don't know why they didn't keep the bar separate for normal moders, especially if Quicksilver doesn't count towards it anymore. That's pointless in my opinion. That we should be given those posters so people can carry on doing Quicksilver and get the posters. My video that I've done of all my sort of synopsis and sort of testing, I've sent that over to the Zendesk. So maybe that might be half buggy. I don't know. Maybe we might get a separated Quicksilver one. I hope we do.
That would be cool. I originally thought that it was a separate bar, the 3 separate bars, and I was debating on whether or not I should actually build something in to keep track of it, because it's probably only going to be used once or twice.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that's the same mental flow that Hello Games had, and then they decided to just make use of the community mission service.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Oh, look at this, people. I'll bring it up nice and big. Look at that! Look at this creature builder. I like your little icon at the top. Did somebody create that for you, or is that
No, that's just from a free icon site.
Okay.
And then I edited a little bit.
So cute. Awesome. There you go, Miyogi. There's the first creature for you to try and build. Pretty nice. Cool.
Yeah, we've got to that stage now, haven't we? It's now you put the extra JSON files in, haven't you? Now, so yeah. I will say this, Kurt, that it has crashed. It has destroyed 2 of my saves.
Oof.
on the PC, but I've been pushing it too far. I've been dealing with the flocks, which are the floating butterflies and the rock creatures, and that's what I've been playing with now. Because what Kurt's done is he's got all the creatures, and which are even the invisible ones in there. So I'm playing around now with it, but I had to laugh in this, and Kurt turned around and said, how has Miyogi done this pattern? It doesn't work. It's not feasible. It doesn't have any purpose. And that's because I experiment with the pets, to be honest with you. I test things out to destruction. But he's done an awesome job in a week, because he's put that together in just over a week, haven't you, Kurt?
Yeah, about a week.
You know when you brought the Wiki droid type looking creature in as a pet, the little sentinel drone? Was that from the derelict freighters, or was that from the base part that flies around?
No, it's from the derelict freighters.
Okay, so the new one that we just got, the floating sort of space whale, the little thing.
I knew you were going to ask that.
On the trophy, there's no way of getting that in, is there?
No, it's not. It's an object, Captain. You don't understand. Certain things are objects, and certain things are creatures, as Kurt will tell you. You've got the feasibility of them. You see, the problem is 25% of the creatures, which we could get into the verse, are invisible at the moment.
Yeah. I'm only asking because Daniel Hipley put it inside the chat, and I thought, well, actually, that's a good question. I won't ask it, but yeah. I was thinking in my head it's not possible, but it's nice to give a firm up answer to somebody in the viewerverse.
Yeah. But no, Kurt's done a really. I'm now seeing pets that I didn't think were possible. Playing around with. But you see, once with the creature builder is going to be all right for people like yourself, Captain. And people like when Kurt's finished with it. But for people like myself who are bringing the very, very rarest and the very, very strangest of the creatures into it, it has its limitations, and that's not over a slur on Kurt. That's the Kurt's. It's the complicated coding that goes on with it. Because I'm sure, Kurt, what have you found, Kurt, with the since you've been exploring the creature files and the creature thing? What have you found?
They're incredibly complicated. So complicated. I couldn't have thought of a more complicated system or complicated way of changing out parts of creatures. Yeah. But it works now. There's just a few bugs that causes everything to break.
I remember speaking to Rayrod about how things are put together inside of the verse on one of Cobra's streams, and he said they've over-engineered almost every aspect inside of No Man's Sky. There's so much ways that they could streamline stuff, and there's so many ways modders already have streamlined stuff, and you can't understand why Hello Games haven't looked at what the modders are doing and take some of that, put it into the game, streamline it, better optimize it, and get a lot more out of the engine than they are already. But we can only but hope that that sort of happens as and when. I mean, it's got to happen, hasn't it? When it goes over to Switch, you would have liked to have thought it would anyway, to try and get it running as best as it can.
If they make a big change like that, though, it's gonna break a lot of mods. It's definitely gonna break my tools that I use to get all the game data out of the game.
Yeah.
So
Very true.
a little bit afraid of that.
Yeah. Yeah. My thought is, now that mobile phones are getting more and more powerful and we're getting different versions of Snapdragon going in and they've got better processors, better RAM, some mobile devices are nearly as powerful as the Switch now. So what's the next stage for No Man's Sky? Is it going to be the mobile platform?
I don't know. That might be a bit of a distance.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll have to we can only wait and see. I would have said never for the Nintendo Switch. I remember Legacy Zero suggesting it might come to the Switch 2 years ago, and I was like, no, it won't. That would melt. The Switch would just fall apart. Have you seen what it's done with? What was it? Battle for Atlas, Starlink, Battle for Atlas, and you compare that to like the PlayStation version. No, it's just never going to happen, and it's happening. So now, eat my hat really, but fine fibre.
There's been catching some updates on Switch, and it is definitely now multiplayer.
Where did you see this?
I can't keep my source out. It's definitely multiplayer. All the updates will be in it.
Yeah.
The Outlaws, Frontiers, everything like that will be in it.
Cool.
But you will need to have the online multiplayer $3.49 a month.
There we go, people. You have another exclusive. Miyogi has a source, and he can confirm that Nintendo Switch is multiplayer. I will probably come on board when Hello Games have said nearer to the time they will give us more information about the Switch version. The fact that they were very candid in showing that in the trailer for the Switch version, a multiplayer actually running, perhaps it was too early days to do that. Perhaps they didn't have it then, perhaps they've got it now. Perhaps your source is correct. But I don't know who your source is. It wasn't 4chan, was it?
We can say no more. I can't. On some of my sources, I can't turn around and tell you, to be honest with you. So that's all I can say. But it is definitely multiplayer. I can honestly say that. I wouldn't be. I wouldn't lead anybody up the garden path, to be honest with you. Just like I would with the creatures.
No. You've got too much adoration for this community to do that, Miyogi. So if your source has told you, you're just repeating what your source has told you. So, yeah, there we are. So there we go. Miyagi's got a secret source. That sounds dodgy, doesn't it?
Informant.
Yeah.
So the ministry we can say no more.
All talking about Slutamondos and things. Yeah, Pierre Hall has become a member as well. So thank you very much, Pierre Hall. Thank you for becoming a member. Nice one. 07, sir. Or madam. I think it's a sir. Pierre is Peter, isn't it, in French? I think. Something like that.
Dr. Pong's got an interesting question that he wants us to speculate, or that they want us to speculate about, on why Hello Games hasn't added ship coloring, like the suit and exos and freighter.
Well, I think it's probably because of the ship hunting community. And, people go deliberately hunting for ships of the same colour or different colour to match their suit or whatever. And they go for a fleet of similar matching colours. And that's part of the fun, is hunting for that ship in that colour. But I would love it if they gave us some ship skins. Like you've got the Golden Vector. It'd be nice to have a golden ship skin. So if you do want to make any of your ships like a trophy type looking ship, you can apply the gold shader. You know, like on Destiny, how you've got all the different shaders for your suits, for your weapons, for your ships. It'd be nice if they'd done quicksilver drops for shaders, but made them colours that you're not going to find in game. It's like, you know, the new cape we've got with the Infinity logo on it. It'd be nice to get some ship skins that matches that cloak, you know, or even some Atlas skins or whatever skins. Yeah, they could really go to town on it, and I'd like to hope that that's somewhere on their list of things to look at, because it's been done in so many other games.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure how Hello Games handles the coloring on the freighters, but the coloring on the ships, I believe, is dependent on seed. So I don't think, I think Hello Games can calculate the color of parts from a seed, but I don't think that they can create the seed from the colors that someone chooses.
No.
So I think that might be one of the restrictions that they've imposed on themselves.
I've always thought that some of the colorization options of ships are usually negated by either the color of the nebula. It's like even when you go into a system and it's got a colored nebula, when you fly inside of the Nexus, the actual bubble chambers change to that color that you see in the nebula and things. I've always wondered whether that plays on it. Yeah, it's like when you see a station and a station is red and white. Most of the ships that fly in seem to have the same colors as the station of being red and white. So I think there's some sort of thing that automatically adjusts the sliders of what spawns in what colours. At least I hope that's the case.
Dan Ricey also makes a good point. It's difficult with all the variations of ships to make everything look seamless and clean.
Yeah, I'd imagine I'd have that problem with the actual ship skins as well, because I'd have to make the skins applicable to each different part and each different component of every different ship. And it could look a little messy, to be honest. It could look a little bit disjointed on some ships. And it could be a full freaking job for somebody just to play about with ship shaders. You know,
yeah.
I'd imagine they've already got a texture directory. It's a case of just changing the hue and ambient colours of those, as well as applying decals in random places, which hopefully they could do with, like, I don't know, keys or nodes or something, in a similar sort of way where they do with creatures, to have them where the decals will appear. Would be my guess. In fact, they've probably already got those, because on some ships you see like all the different Japanesey type textures all over them, and on a next ship you might get a little Pac-Man-y type head type looking logo, you know. So they've probably already got that there.
It's probably a really complicated system for how those patches get placed.
Yeah, I think because then you're saving your ship with that applied shader. But then, is it any different to applying a different sort of ship trail? You know, like you got the Starship trails. Maybe it's just a slot that you apply inside of your technology slot or general space that applies the shader.
That would be cool.
There's ways and means you could do it. But I'd be all for that. I think that'd be quite a nice idea.
Oh, Cyberpunk's made a good point here. The color thing with the ships.
Yeah.
Mistral, I don't know if you know about Mistral's tool in the sharing hub.
No.
Where you can talk to his Discord bot and say, I want a ship with these specific colors. And then after a while, the bot will respond with the seed that you need.
No way. That's pretty cool. I know Yogi's got a seed generator thing for ship colours and stuff. He's often, when I've been after a ship, he's like, I could spawn that ship in for you, Captain. I'm like, no, I want to find it in Euclid, and I like other people to be able to find it too. You already do enough, don't go and overwork yourself. But yeah, I've heard
I think that's different.
Kurt's now got a better appreciation for creatures now, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I do.
Well, can I do a bit of an announcement on what we've got planned for the Verse with the Helpers party?
Yeah, go for it, mate.
Okay. We've had a meeting. We had a meeting yesterday. Instead of the egg giveaway, people will probably wonder why we didn't do an egg giveaway, but CaptainSteve was doing it. It's right. We've all got real lives, CaptainSteve. I have approached CaptainSteve with this, so CaptainSteve is semi-aware of it, but with Helpers Party is going to expand itself now. It's all on the YouTube video, but we have decided with Captain Uzil, who's just become a member of yours, congratulations on that, that we are going to do this Battle Royale, or tri-racing or marathon within No Man's Sky, which will be all the content creators of No Man's Sky. Doesn't matter how big or how small they are. and us to do like a kind of PvP ships, Northlands, Pilgrims, and Battle of the Planets, and give out rewards, unique rewards. Like I was saying, I have the pre-order ship from No Man's Sky, which I can give to people. But we've got other ideas. I could create a unique pet. So the Helpers Party are on board, and they're going to build. We're going to find a planet. We're going to build a course for people to race on. So what we'll do is we'll have a host. Then we'll have, and then we'll rotate it around between the content creators if they're interested. I know I can pop some names. Captain, you said you were semi-interested. Beetlebum's semi-interested as well. Katerina W is definitely interested. Enra Silver's interested. Sue's interested. There's a few others that are interested as well, to be honest with you. So
the way I said that I was semi-interested, I'd like to see where you're going with it. So I'll probably be in your live chat, maybe even join you on a party chat. So I'm talking there and stuff, and maybe I could do some commentary for you. You know.
Well, that's that. You'd be the ideal person for the commentary, to be honest with you, and doing the thing. But it's going to be like pod racing triathlon from Star Wars. That's going to be in it, but with PvP with certain rules. I don't want to give too much away because other people, you know what it's like, Captain. Other people start copying the idea and thing. But it's not going to be a PvP arena where you get one person against another person like your Interceptor. It's going to be ships, pilgrims, and Northlands, but we may change it around, we may alter it, but we've got to build all the framework, to be honest with you, for it to work.
Yeah, just let us know when you're going to be doing the first episode, and I'll try and be there and try and do some voice-over type narration for it, and see how we get on, because it'll be completely unscripted and live, so yeah, it could be fun.
Here's Beetlebum, he's probably in now, the channel. Here's Beetlebum coming around and he's shooting his shields, he's recharging his shields, and there will be, there will be thinking, but that's the news on the Helpers Party, so.
Cool. So what about egg giveaways? Are egg giveaways still going to happen, or are the eggs going to be like prizes and giveaways for people that turn up for the events?
It's good. And other people's helps, I'm going to be creating even more unique pets.
Cool. Right,
One-offs that can't be things.
So there we go. People watch this space and keep subscribe to Miyogi. Hit him up. Hit the bell. Keep watching his sort of community tab and see what he puts out there, so you don't miss this event, because it sounds like it's going to be great fun. Nice one, Miyogi. Have you got anything else you want to announce, Kurt, at all?
No, just also keep an eye on our Discord, because we've got some big plans. I don't want to say too much because we're still trying to figure out how we're going to do it from a technical aspect, but we have some ideas.
You can't say big plans and then not give us a hint, can you?
Well, I'll say we're looking to do custom events for PC players, where we'll be able to do special missions with special rewards that are not Hello Game sanctioned.
So you're talking almost like Discord community events?
Yeah, I'd say a Discord community event, but yeah, let's say that.
Alright, well that sounds intriguing as well. Wow. Okay, there's some interesting stuff happening in the verse, people. There always is, isn't there, really? But it's kind of cool. Nice. Thank you guys for sort of putting this out there on this sort of forum and letting people know through this medium. This is great. This is awesome.
We're here, Captain. We're here to help the community out. It's all about everyone's ideas and throwing them together. Exactly what Kurt said. You come up with some brilliant ideas, like Interception. It's modifying them for the community, and it's making it out there. It's not how many subs you've got. It's not how much. It's a great community. We need to bring the community together as a whole. You know, the Daniel Hitleys, I think the Piers, the Searchers. We need to get everyone on board to make the game even more interesting than what it is now. To be honest with you, you can just imagine the Star Wars name dropping here, Star Wars pod racing around over planets, with like a stadium on it. It's going to be absolutely awesome for people to watch that and watch the favourite content creators get blown to pieces and that sort of thing. So
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like it could be fun. So yeah, I'm all up for that. We'll see how it goes. I mean, we can only but try these things, can't we? And see if they take off. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, Miyogi, and Kat. Looking forward to your Discord stuff. So feel free to drop a link into the sidebar there, or the chat stream for your Discord. And same Miyogi, if you want to put a link to your channel there, you can. Oh, we've got a Brazilian watcher, Tiana Andre, and she's giving me a double kiss. Double kiss back to you, Tiana. There you go. Yeah. Sure. Oh, we've got Henry Rice, mini expeditions. Now there's an idea, Assistant No Man's Sky. Sorry, inside joke. Yeah, I think I mentioned in the last podcast that I'd love a way to put together my own sort of expeditions in game, or give the players the ability to do that in game. I've heard other content creators say about this. I mean, Beeble, he was quite an advocate, and also I believe Zane has said it would be nice if guilds could be established and guilds could create their own little mini events. So it's not a nCaptainSteve original idea. There's other people who've been floating this idea about for a while, or batting it about in some sort of variant of. So yeah, hopefully Hello Games is listening, because there's multiple people in the community suggesting it, and if they actually see that somebody on Discord has actually put it into realization, perhaps they might nick some of your ideas, which then make it canon, which would be freaking fantastic. So, nice one. It's like your events as well, Miyogi. It's like Interceptor. They could quite easily put that sort of stuff in game, like give you the parts to actually do a capture the flag in game, or even like your race initiator. It's like there were race initiators for starships in the game files ages ago, and they never came into iteration. That'd be so good now, wouldn't it, to have little starship races, especially with your wingman there. It'd look freaking awesome.
Well, this is the Starship Racing is going to be the one that's not one. I think the thing about it is, Captain, is it's not just about us, like you or me or Kurt or whoever come up with ideas. We need the help of the community. So if there's builders out there, if you're a builder out there, I have a few builders like Katerina, Enra Silva, Nuana, Dark Hellboy, who I've not properly approached yet, but we want to build courses and we want to make it so it is exciting for people. But yeah, why Hello Games haven't implemented? I think they've got so many ideas for No Man's Sky, but also for the new game that's going to come along, that I think they just can't implement them fast enough, to be honest with you, within the game. Or they've come up with ideas and they've shelved them, like, what is happening with the freighters? What is happening with those freighter parts? When will we get the freighter parts?
Or when will we get the incinerator in game?
Yeah. Oh. You get it from Wisconsin, don't you?
Yeah, Wisconsin. Yeah, they're in Wisconsin. Sorry, Wolfie's hit me up to say Katarina sent you a DM via PS chat. Since I got my new device, I haven't signed in, and oh God, it takes me ages to remember my PlayStation password because it's different to all my other ones. Yeah, I need to keep a log of these somewhere in my house, but it's going to take me a while to log in to get it. It'd be nice if I knew the contents of this message and so what it alludes to, because, yeah. Anyways, yeah, you've now distracted me, Wolfie. Congratulations. Okay, here we go. Do somebody else want to talk for a bit while I'm trying to get into my bloody PlayStation Network thing?
Yeah, I'll throw out some promotion there.
Cool.
See, was it that Deanna that sent you kisses? She and her husband like to play No Man's Sky. Her husband Robson. So shout out to them, because she is sending a lot of messages in chat about that. Do you use any apps?
I'm trying my best to. I can't bloody log into this one.
Not you, Tiana and Robson. I'm wondering if they use any special apps.
I wanted to give a shout out for the Helpers Party. If anybody wants help within the game, please let us know, because we've opened up all the channels now. There's now a capacity of 400 players. And if you want to play with people who have got 20,000 hours in the game, or search for unique things, or you want a specific thing within it, obviously, please let us know. It's predominantly PSN, PS4, PS5, but Xbox and PC can join, but you'll need to download the PSN app. How are we doing, Captain?
Yeah, pretty good. I don't know. No, sent Katarina DM. Oh, for fudge's sake, Wolfie! Yeah, great one. Nice one.
maybe I can also just address a message that came through here.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, someone mentioned that they wanted to be able to sync their PlayStation 4 save with the Assistant for No Man's Sky app. Yeah, that's not doable, unfortunately. Just because of the way that just because of how the game is set up, since it's not a online only game or online first game, your saves aren't stored on Hello Games' servers, and so I can't fetch it from their servers. I'd have to fetch it from PlayStation servers, and they don't want that. So, not a thing.
No, okay.
It wasn't doing your job for you. I just saw that spammer, so.
Yeah, that became a little bit of spam.
I'm the captain in your stream from for that Brazilian, so.
Cool. Oh, okay. Oh, message deleted. They deleted all their messages. Right, fair enough. Go.
That was Miyogi.
It was spamming Robinson, Brazilian, something or other, and they spammed it about 6 or 7 times. So,
Oh, okay.
So Miyogi was on the case with his deadly finger.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. Right, let's have a look. Is there any other questions?
G, something or other, TT, Marvel, something or other, so.
Oh, Dad's game time says that he's in for whatever, so just let him know, Miyogi, I guess. So, yeah, another content creator there.
Yeah. Well, there's many content creators. It doesn't matter how big you are. The idea is to get subs between all the different people, and the bigger content creators, I don't think will want to watch and see what happens. They may want to do their own event between themselves when they see the idea. The idea isn't unique. What Kurt's proposing, what I'm proposing, is not going to be unique, but it's getting the courses, it's getting the planning, and it's getting all the prizes. That's the big problem that people have got. It's good implementing these things. It's not good, obviously, in running it through. So, as if we've not got enough to do.
Yeah. Cool. So inside of the game files, Kurt, is there anything that you found in the latest updates from Hello Games? I mean, there is another bug one about to drop, isn't there? Really, it's on experimental. You play with the experimental files?
Yeah, I mostly do data mining on the experimental. In fact, the Android app is using everything from the experimental version.
Okay. So is there anything that you see inside the experimental files that wasn't there that dropped on release?
No, nothing new in the icons. I haven't really dug that deep into the game files. There are like 100 or something game files that are usually scraped by my tools. So if something weird came through, then I would have probably seen it there. But I also don't go through the globals. I don't go through some of the files where the really fancy stuff are hidden, just because that sort of data doesn't get shown in the apps.
Right. There's something I'm a little bit confused about. So this expedition, when you fire it up, it says it comes up in the bottom right hand corner with this black screen. It's got the picture of almost like an atlas on it, and it says this is a permadeath save. But I've got a feeling that it's more survival, and I'm wondering what happens at the end of this expedition. Will it become a survival? Will it become a permadeath?
It becomes a survival, Captain. Definitely, that's 100%. It becomes a survival game. It's permadeath for a reason. It's to produce the loot. They've done like a hybrid version of the actual thing. I've looked into it and read up on the notes, but it's in the patch notes. It did confirm that it was going to be a survival that it reverts to once the expeditions is done.
Cool.
That's a definite tell.
That was my gut feeling, but inside of that side note, it actually put permadeath in another colour, boldened it, and I was like, okay, all right, fine. But yeah, my gut was saying it would be survival, so I'm kind of on the line with you there. Cool. Oh, you're muted.
James MC said, does Miyogi know if the Switch is cross-platform? Yes, it is cross-platform.
So his source says.
So his source says.
Yeah, and it's a really trusted secret source.
Secret source. If I give the secret sources of certain things, you've got to understand that I used to deal with an awful lot of people within some big high-ranking organisations. So a lot of technical people who basically help to do MOD stuff. And if anybody knows, Captain, you know about MOD stuff and the MOD people.
Yeah, but they don't get overly involved in gaming all too often. So, yeah.
What we do. Sky's one of them, to be honest with you. So.
No, I remember in the past you said you've known people that do testing Sony side and other sort of game checking sides or checking and balancing side for different areas, isn't it? So I know you got various sources.
You've got to understand I'm an old fart.
Yeah. I'm not pressing you for who your source is. All I want to put out there is these are words that Miyogi is parroting from somebody that he trusts. This is not Miyogi saying it is clear cut, bona fide, 100% there. He's just saying it came from a source that he trusts that says that it is going to be cross-play and multiplayer.
You've got to remember, I was playing a Sony game called Star Wars Galaxies back in 1997.
Okay.
Which is very much like No Man's Sky, if anybody knows what Star Wars Galaxies was. It had creature biological engineering in, it had all sorts of things. You can still play the actual pre-order version of it online. But anybody who wants, it's called the Star Wars Galaxy ENU. A revolutionary game, very much like No Man's Sky, but Sony messed it up. So that's where Miyogi came from. That's where I was an Elder Jedi in it. So from 35 years ago, oh man and boy. So I have been doing it since ZX81s and Spectrums and ZX80s.
Cool.
So yes, I have been around for a while. So
yeah, I think equally, I got yeah. But anyway, Dark Lord Zelric has mentioned that Zane's World has got some decent apps over on his site and stuff like that. Zane is freaking awesome for some of the things that he's put out in the verse. He had like a portal code generator right at the start that I used abundantly for pretty much the vast majority of play when I first got No Man's Sky. And talking of Zane, he's got a very interesting video up that I would like to share with everybody. It's only a 2-minute video. I'm going to mute it. If you want to hear his original sort of audio, then watch it on his channel. But I'll just jump over. I'll give it a quick play. 1 moment. And I'll talk over the top of it. So here we go. Here's his video. So hopefully you can see that. Can you see that on the screen there, Kurt, for him?
Taking a while. I'm a bit behind on the stream.
Yeah, I think it's about a 14-second delay. So the title of this is Leviathan Location. Oh, actually, I've got it on the wrong screen. Let me move it over onto the other screen. I'm going to put it over here. Then hopefully you can see it. There we go. Hopefully you can see that now. Yeah, you can see that now. I can see it myself. Alright, so here we go. If I hit play on this, the actual title is Leviathan Location. Where to find space whales in normal No Man's Sky save. I just heard a cha-ching noise. I've just got richer by $2 freaking. Thank you, Marcel Bartes. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's going to start refilling the dent in my wallet from the stag do. Here we go. Let's hit play. Seriously, I've spent about 100 quid on alcohol alone. There we go. Yeah. So there we go. This is in normal mode of space. And Zane actually has the coordinates for this. Are you okay, Miyogi?
yeah, just looking at the. I have to look at it on here.
Oh, okay, it sounded like you screamed. I thought you just fell off a chair or something. Yeah, he's found this in normal mode of space. So Zane used to have a derelict freighter that auto-spawned in when you're done pulse sort of fishing, as I call it. When you're pulsing through space, in this portal coordinate, and this is in Euclid, it now, rather than spawns in the derelict freighter that used to be a really simple run to get S-class modules, it now spawns in this lovely, great big super duper space whale that is, at the moment, just a photo opportunity. But it might do something in near future, who knows. It'd be nice if you could actually communicate with it, talk to it or something, or gain something from it, or even murdercate it, I don't know. Or even recruit it, but right now, no. It is just a really cool photo opportunity. It's got quite a nice nebula, and it's quite a nice looking creature. The detail on it is freaking phenomenal to have a better look at this up close. So yeah, until we get gifted ours, which seems to be a little bit broken at the moment, this is about as close as you can get to seeing them at the moment. So there we go. So thank you very much, Zane. Awesome video, and thank you very much for sharing the actual portal locations with the verse. I can't get to Discord.
just to add on to that, I see that in Zane's video, when he hovered over it, it had a language key on it. So it hasn't been translated into English and whatnot. So that might actually be an indication that it's coming in the future. Just because Hello Games hasn't translated that into English, but they've set it up so that there will be some text that'll display there in future.
Well, you know, in every single nested and infested planet, we was getting these space whales flying over during our expedition. Also, in the emergence expedition, where were all of those worm nests on the same infested worlds, weren't they? So I'm wondering whether these infested wells are going to end up with those worm baby nests all over them, and those big flying whale creatures on them, and perhaps even more diverse flora, and maybe some boss encounters or something in maybe a newer update or something coming in the future. And maybe these expeditions were just to give us a taste and to test their models were working correctly.
Yeah, it could be.
It could be a way that we get modules for our living ships and finally upgrade them and make them a little bit more usable. Maybe the void isn't a place we go to. Maybe the void is coming into our world through void creep, and we're getting to see the infestation on planets happening slowly, and new life forms and new things appearing on these nested infested worlds. They are taking over biomes. You can get infested lushes, infested frost, infested whatever.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, I would prefer to go into the void, but if the void's coming to us, fair enough. Yeah, be pretty darn sweet.
Agreed.
Most things that everyone's been speculating since they did that release with Ariadne and all that shenanigans. But I must speak like you, Captain.
And she was on a dark freighter in the middle of void space.
Freighter, yeah.
I'm wondering whether we might get. I know we've got living frigates. Why not living freighters? That could be the next logical progression, couldn't it? Yeah. Or even some sort of living exocraft if they don't want to give us the freighters just yet. But yeah, it could be interesting. In the game files, there were those freighter parts. I don't suppose you can see whether they've had any new updates to the game files at all, or have they been redacted and removed?
I could have a look, but won't be able to tell you right now. Because I actually don't know what the IDs for them were.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, maybe just put it on your list of things to check out or sniff around next time you're in the game files. And yeah. Well, you know, we don't do these podcasts all that often, and we tend to do it. Probably the next one of these podcasts that we would do is probably to the rear end of this current expedition. So you know, it's a good number of weeks. If you can, just have a look, see if you can spot anything in there with those freighter parts, see if they're still there, or whether there's been an addition or an update to them. Nice if that lift was a little bit thicker, wouldn't it, really? Because at the moment it's like a credit card that you stand on.
Yeah.
Cool. I think that's everything that I've got. What about you? Anybody got anything else?
Just out of curiosity, I wanted to go look at the speculation page to see when the next update might be coming.
Oh yeah, that's one of his new additions to the app, people. He's got a speculation page.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, we did just get an update, so not to be ungrateful, but
yeah.
The next update would be in 53 days, which would be on the 17th of, August. Yeah, 17th of August. No, wait, sorry, that's July. August is the 8th month.
Yeah.
But the anniversary, No Man's Sky anniversary, is 71 days away. So there's like 20 days of play there.
Okay, I'm just updating my app right now because I haven't got the speculation page.
Oh.
Oh yeah, it says update. That's me. I'm behind with the time. Update now, people. There we go. That's going to take a while to install. But nice one.
And there's a link on that page to the 1616 podcast. So, you know. That's how you know it's a good page.
Cool.
I don't think you'll have access to it.
I've not got access to it yet. Okay.
Not for a few more days. 19 days.
Cool.
But I'll give you a secret code, Captain.
Secret code! Sweet, lots of secrets going on in this stream. There's been lots of firsts, hasn't there, in this stream today? So that's all been great. I haven't really got anything of my own to announce, apart from maybe I might be doing Interceptor on Tuesday with Rod if he's up for it. But other than that, I haven't really got anything else until Myogi gives me some more information about his little event that he's running on the Helpers Party. And then I'll be sure to be sharing that out with you. So just keep a watch on my community tab, on Myogi's community tab, and make sure you're subscribed over at Myogi's. Make sure you hit up Kurt's Discord, because he might be doing those little mini expedition runs. And I think that's everything we've got for you. Speculation wise, I would like to hope that maybe they're going to be doing more of these nested infested worlds, and perhaps even the abandoned systems, because the abandoned systems at the moment, the stations don't have any rhyme or reason like the pirate ones do now. So I'd imagine, I'm wondering whether we might get station ownership of the abandoned systems, because when you fly in it says welcome home ? Which is very intriguing. That's new. They didn't do that before, so that's for a reason, I'd like to hope. And we still don't know what station overrides bloody do. Hello games. Yeah, give us a freaking clue. Yeah, should be nice. But did we overhype, do you think, this expedition? When we saw the whale emoji, do you think the content creators went a little overboard, myself included?
Beaglebum was the only one that basically brought everyone back down to earth.
Yeah, which he is the logical man of reason, isn't he, Mr. Beeble?
He is the logical man. He is the soul of discretion is our Beetlebum, and I think, as I said, you should always look at Beetlebum as being that he does his research for well.
He's not so up in the cloud as myself. No, I'll give him that much. Yeah. I watched back my speculation. I did say this could be just another expedition, but then I went to town saying, but it's more likely to be space whales. And we're going to save them from pirates and all sorts of other shenanigans.
Space whales, if you call the living Leviathan a whale, you weren't that far off wrong, no, Captain. So,
and I called the name, didn't I? I said that the update would be called Leviathan. Got that bit right. So, yeah, you throw enough stuff at a wall, something's going to stick, isn't it?
Yeah, on your little Viking character, he did crustaceans. That's Greek. Yeah. Leviathan. Oh, I like that. I like the sound.
That's my favourite one. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Well, yeah, it was a bit of fun. But that's what I love. I love the speculation. And I never mean to overhype things. I go by what I feel could be tangible and possible. It's like, Zane has just encountered one flying around in normal space. And like Kurt just pointed out, at the moment it's got like a message string on it that looks like it's a placeholder. I'm just fingers crossed and hoping that it is a placeholder and we might see some physical interactions. Like how when we first saw the derelict freighters appear and it was just a canister, but now you shoot that canister, you get pirates all fly in and attack you. I'm hoping something like that happens. So if you do start attacking that ship, maybe, I don't know, some pirates come in and start attacking you, or police, or the sentinels come in and aid it, or maybe it calls in a whole pod of them and they annihilate you. I don't know, anything. Rather than it just being a static do nothing.
Yeah. I think it's also, this update was quite a big one because Hello Games changed a lot of systems that exist in the expeditions, like the optional missions. We've never had that before. The new technology, those memory fragments, those are also really strange. Yeah. A lot of firsts in this expedition.
Dark Lord Zurich in the chat says, well, I knew it was a frigate. I know you did. You actually sent us the freaking key codes, the long codes that just said live in frigate. And that's all that you found was live in frigate inside the files. But it was us that took that and run with it. But as soon as you saw that whale emoji, there must have been part of you, Dark Lord Zoic, that thought, maybe it might be, maybe they might be bringing in giant space whales. But that's what Sean Murray does to us. It has us second guessing ourselves all the time. I love that about the fact that he just does one emoji and then it triggers half-an-hour videos and podcasts and speculation and Reddit to just ignite with freaking whale images. Somebody went on the Reddit looking for new No Man's Sky news and they said, all I'm finding over there is pictures of whales.
Yeah, and Sean Murray also loves watching us go crazy about it, about the emojis. So
yeah, so although there is overhype, I think it's all part of the fun. And I love speculating, and for me it's one of the things that I enjoy the most about the whole of No Man's Sky is we get regular updates. We've got cryptic tweets that come out from Sean that could mean anything, and it's nice to have these every 6 to 8 weeks now, because before we'd get months and months and months of silence. At least we're getting something, even if it's like community expeditions to run, or it's a cryptic emoji, or it's something like swapping out the featured bases, which they've done this time. If you haven't checked out the featured bases, there's 3 new bases that you can go look at, and they're all really good ones. And one of them is actual Beeble's video of his train. Yeah, well, it's based on his video. But yeah, his train, one of my favourite builds. And I think I actually tweeted out a picture ages ago saying you need to get this one featured. But yeah, awesome. So great to see that happen.
Just said, and I had to reiterate it, Goat Fungus has already updated the editor. So those people who haven't already done that, save editor for the PC is being updated by Goat Fungus. It was updated yesterday, so I've downloaded it. So, and you can get all the rewards. You can claim all the rewards, including the Leviathan frigate already.
Cool.
So,
I think also from that, we should appreciate the modding community, because they updated the app. They updated the NBin compiler extremely quickly for this update. So hats off to Monkey Man and the modding community.
Yeah, nice one, modding community. And Kurt, I want to say a massive thank you to you for watching my live chat and responding to people in text format there. So you can do that a few times during this stream. You're more ambidextrous than me. Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah, so, yeah, Katie, I'm glad you got your answer there. And yeah, awesome. And I've still been watching your channel to see if anything pops up over there. Hope you get into doing your first video, because she wants to do stuff on modded content and other bits and bobs. So yeah, awesome. Oh, on the speculation, is there much fun as long as you keep your expectations realistic? What I would say is never set speculation as expectation, because you're already setting yourself up for failure there. Speculation is just people's gut feelings and guesses, which can be just as much as good as your own, you know, so do with that what you wish. But sometimes we get it right, sometimes we get it wrong, sometimes we're partly right. But with Hello Games, it's very rare that you're going to get it 100% right. Because they do all sorts of weird stuff. And something that Sean said is we've still got a massive list of things that we want to put into Hello Games, and they get weirder and weirder. So if you think this living frigate's freaking weird, I'd imagine his list is far weirder from his own freaking mouth. So we'll see what he's got in store for us. But I do like weirdness. I mean, they've always touched on it year on year with the Abyss, and now with living frigates, but we had the living ships. They always like to deliver a little bit of strange, and I love that in a sci-fi adventure game. I do like strangeness, especially it makes it feel more alien, and that's what we need. It's when you've put boots on the ground on a planet, you don't really want it to feel like Earth. It'd be nice to find the odd Earth planet, but the reason you want to go to alien worlds is to find alienness and strangeness. So yeah, totally up for that. At least I am anyway.
Yeah, and I think now Hello Games, the game No Man's Sky is so big. I can only imagine what it's like to be a first-time player now, and you're walking into this game and you've got living ships, living frigates. You've got all these crazy multi-tool creatures, planets. Yeah.
I mean, when I was playing this expedition, first of all, you're on a pretty hostile, nasty planet, which is pretty cool. That it almost eats you alive. But not only that, the predatory creatures on there headbutt you and tear you a new one, which was pretty darn cool. But then soon after that, you're on a derelict freighter, running around on a derelict freighter and doing all sorts of stuff. It's not just adventure on a planet. You're adventuring on a derelict freighter, and then you're in your ship, and then you come across these alien giant life forms. It was, for a new player coming into this game, it's like, what have I just picked up? They are so lucky, the people picking it up now, compared to what the veterans had originally when it released. And No Man's Sky definitely deserved that BAFTA that it got. They really did. Sorry, go for it.
We've got Cyberpunk in the waiting room.
Oh, maybe fantastic. That's Henry Rice, isn't it? Bring him in, yeah.
Yeah.
Hello there, Henry Rice.
He's muted at the moment. Maybe he's watching in the live stream.
Yeah. Cool. Well, why he's unmuting himself? I think I've had a new message come from Dark Lord Zarek. Let's see what that is. Oh, look at this! The Dark Lord Zarek has actually got... He's actually got the freaking thing next to a Normandy. Now, I don't know whether you've called in your frigate fleet right by that one in Zane's system, because that nebula looks highly suspiciously like the one in Zane's, or whether you've actually got that as part of your fleet. But however you've done it, Dark Lord Zarek, that is a freaking fantastic picture. You even got your living ship in the shot. That is epic picture, Dark Lord Zarek. That's very cool.
maybe blow that up to full screen, Captain?
Oh yeah, sure. 1 second. Let me just make that full screen for you guys. There you go. Boom. There you go. That's about as big as I can get it. I'll probably get it slightly bigger, but that is so epic. Dark Lord, if you're on Twitter, you want to get that out there.
I can't actually hear anything at the moment, so sorry.
Oh, okay. I'll come back over. Is that Henry Rice? Is it?
Yeah, I think we're experiencing technical difficulties here.
Are we? Let's have a quick look. See. Let's jump back over. Okay.
Yeah,
well, we heard you. So if you unmute yourself, Henry.
Okay, I can hear now. Hi, Cam.
Oh, hello, Henry. It's nice to put a voice to a name. I don't know why, but I thought you was quite a bikery type guy with a beard. I just expected you to have like a really sort of 4 type voice.
Well, you're not wrong about the beard.
Go.
I've got a beard these days. For those who don't know me, by the way, I'm Cyberpunk, also known as Henry. I do data mining with Kurt, post photos to Twitter, Insta, and Facebook, and once in a while I even stream. But I thought I'd jump in to help clear up some of the stuff that I've been posting recently because there's been a bit of confusion.
Cool. Go for it. Take the floor.
Okay, so part of the data mining stuff I've been doing is some of the network stuff, which is where I've been digging up the stuff about the weekend mission or the community missions, like how much is needed to complete them, which is what I posted to Twitter the other day, where we needed to complete X number of, in this case, submissions to Polo in order to accomplish the. Of course, now my mind goes blank when I'm talking. We need to complete the whole loop missions. So what I've been able to figure out so far is normally for these community missions, every time you do a Quicksilver mission, it counts for 1 point towards whatever the overall goal is. And you can do up to 5 a day, depending on how many Quicksilver missions you've done throughout the week. So if you've been up on your Quicksilver missions, you may only be able to do 1 or 2 and count towards the overall goal. The loop missions for Polo with the expeditions are using the exact same system to for tracking that information. But what they've done, apparently, which was unbeknownst to me until I think yesterday when I was doing some more testing, is they've actually shut off the Quicksilver part. So now, instead of when you do Quicksilver missions, you don't actually get those points anymore. And I was really annoyed about that because I just finished telling like 8 different content creators that Quicksilver missions do it. Everybody, you got to do your Quicksilver. And, well, egg on my face. But yeah, so there's that piece. So now, from what I've been able to see, it's currently set to a max of 20 submissions per day. I don't know if that'll fluctuate at all because I don't do Quicksilver very often, but since Quicksilver isn't being calculated into it, it may be a static 20 right now. So you do up to 20 submissions a day. That's each of those stacks you can turn into Polo. And each of those is worth 1. So you can submit 20 stacks a day, and this is across your entire account. Normally this works with Quicksilver the same way. It's across your entire account. So if you have 3 saves, you can do, X number total between the saves.
Okay.
But if, like me, and you have it on PlayStation and Steam and GOG and Xbox, yeah, I kind of like the game, then you can do it that many times for each of those accounts.
Gotcha.
Or if you're one of those really crazy people who has multiple Steam accounts, you probably get away with that too.
Sweet.
That's kind of where we are with that right now.
Okay, so...
And if I can add to that,
yeah.
This is also not like word of mouth. So Cyberpunk doesn't have this from multiple sources. This is from him actually watching what the game submits to Hello Game servers. So I would say that this is pretty close to the most truthful.
We've seen
and
Hello
most accurate.
Games play with that progress bar a few times, though, haven't we? We've seen it knock
Yeah.
off a load of time.
Yes, we have actually. There's been a couple times we've seen that, and we think it was Hello Games. The last 2 times we've seen that, can't confirm it was Hello Games.
It might have been
Because-
somebody inside of this chat conversation, mightn't it?
Might have been, yeah. Was messing around with a few things and it shouldn't have worked, and it worked. Just saying. So you're welcome.
Yep. I think that's how we got Decal 3 of the previous set, isn't it?
Yeah.
The funny thing is that we thought no one would notice because no one mentioned anything about it. But if you look at the tool that I made for tracking the community mission progress, like the percentage change per day, you can see there's a very huge spike one day. But no one seems to have commented on it.
Yeah. And you're
Until now.
still wording a carefully worded email to Hello Games, because of course you're going to be dropping yourself in a little bit of doo-doo, but at the same time you might be able to get them to shore up their server side.
Yes, actually, that's one of the things I'm working on this weekend is the first couple drafts of the email. I know there's a few other folks online who have discovered similar things that we have.
Cool.
And have already mentioned this to HG, but we're putting together that our findings and saying, hey, this is what we found. Sorry about that. We may have broke something else too.
Yeah, okay, yeah, do that. Yeah, get it over, because it'd be nice to see Hello Games sort of shore it up a bit, but I really would like it to be locked to community progress like they're suggesting, rather than them have to change anything server side. I mean, I can understand if there was something like a flux, like a giant spike for no reason, them jumping in and fixing it. But I'd also like to see them slowly whittle down the ways that people can duplicate things into the verse to actually alter this and make it more legit. Yeah, just for the main player experience. I know a lot of people like duplicating stuff and things, but yeah, I see them as bugs to be. I'd like to see the game working as designed or as intended. But if they leave them in, then people are just going to assume, well, Hello Games know they're there, they've left them there, so they want us to use them, which is what I'm doing anyway. I do duplicate things from time to time just to speed up my game, because I'm making videos and I'm doing this sort of shenanigans. I haven't always got time to go and dig up some copper.
Yeah, I think they mostly left in the duplication since it doesn't affect most players. You know, it's not like we're all trying to get the most amount of stasis devices and whoever gets the most wins for a month or something.
No, there's no play to win, there's none of that. So it doesn't. The only person it hurts is yourself. It just detracts from your own experience, or just gives you the experience you want. So I'd say play how you want to play while we can. But at the same time, I would like to see Hello Games put in legit methods for duplication. I did put out a video on how to have maybe a replicator device. You know, like in Star Trek, you can go over and replicate things, but only things that you've actually managed to catalogue, and you've maybe got some sort of progress bar and unlocked it to S-class or something, where you can then just replicate that item for a couple of nanites or a stash of units, because we've all got an abundance of units and nanites. So if you did want a status device, you'd pay 50 nanites or something, you know?
Yeah, I definitely agree. I've always enjoyed the speculation and those ideas that you've put out there, Captain. Some really good ones that I wish HG would take up.
Yeah, I really wish he would. But then again, a lot of the stuff that I've put out there as ideas, or even speculation, has made it into the verse at some point. So even though we were talking about overhype, over speculation, I'm sure Hello Games think, oh, so they want that, do they? Okay, we'll put that in another update in a couple of months, and then sure enough it appears. So, you know, I don't think speculation or hype is that dangerous to the actual game, because I'm sure it gives Hello Games ideas of what to do in the verse. Yeah, but thanks for that, Henry. That means a lot. Oh, just got a new subscriber. The Haunted World. Very cool. Nice. That'd make a nice biome if we haven't already got one. I think we have in the swamp. I think one of them is the tagged as haunted, isn't it?
I was going to add, Captain, please, we talked about duping. Don't dupe Creature X, please. It will seriously crash your game out and bug your pets out. So people that think that they're clever, I've seen it going on. I know it goes on. Don't do it. Captain's had a bad experience with it. Yep. You can't do it. Live creatures have got special things in them. If you try to dupe them, it screws around with the egg timer and all sorts of things. As Kurt will agree with me on this, you will seriously mess your games up. So don't do it. And everything else is go, but don't do it on Creature Eggs. And if anybody wants to know how we do it, we trap our characters into a bubble. and no idea what that means. But basically, I think I've frozen. My video screen's frozen.
You have. It's the best act of ventriloquism I've ever seen. Yes.
Just knock off the camera and turn it back on again. So.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's how you fix everything in IT.
Yeah,
there you go. Look, we've got a moving Miyogi again. Yeah, there we go.
IT professional.
Thanks, boss.
I like your sleeves. They're really snazzy, aren't they? Look at them.
Orange County. It's an American bikers t-shirts. Yeah, there's a t-shirt that goes over it as well. So yeah, it makes it like I got tattoos.
Yeah, I wish I knew about that before I went to scribble all over my arms. Yeah, permanent ink, that. Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, just to go back to that, Kurt will agree with me, Assistant No Man's Sky. The complications of these eggs, just don't please dupe them. I'm not trying to say do it. The reason why I try to make some of the pets because if Viz turned around to me, the head of No Man's Sky Hub, and said, Miyogi, how do you do it? How do you do it? Well, some of it is pure trial and error. I follow a circuit, but Kurt has really gone into a lot of details with it. So, and he knows now exactly what the minefield is now of it, haven't you, Kurt? So,
I wish I didn't know.
You wish you didn't know. So if you imagine the minefield that it is with creatures, imagine the minefield that it is with ships. So don't ask, they will come into the verse eventually, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, on screen.
I think you've got called Hidden Panda Show, so.
The Hidden Panda Show, is one of my... Well, I used to really like the Hidden Panda Show. So I don't think they've done much content for so many years, but they were an awesome channel. They were so close to getting their 1,000 subscribers as well. So yeah, to find their videos, I mean, you have to go onto their channel page, and rather than them just appearing on their channel page, you have to click videos, and then you see all their videos. So they have actually hidden their video on the Hidden Panda Show. Yeah. The last one that was done was 6 months ago, but that was Fortnite. So I'd love it if Hidden Panda Show was coming back. But just so you can go and have a look at the Hidden Panda Show's channel. There you go. I've just put in hidden and just fired it off into the chat. Go take a look. The Hidden Panda Show, awesome place to be, because in their show they usually had somebody else join them. So it was usually more than one person streaming at the time, and they'd always be talking about things that they'd love to see appear inside No Man's Sky. And sometimes I'll be in the chat and I'll be typing away my ideas, and they'll be like, oh, that's a good idea. And they'll be like, what about if you did this? And what about if you did that? And I used to spend time in there bouncing ideas off them guys to then put into ideas videos. And like the whole auctioning off systems. Well, that came from me talking to them guys inside of their live chat and them saying it wouldn't be cool if, rather than go to systems that have already got names and you just rename them, wouldn't it be cool if everything was question marked? And as you discover it, you get to name it, and everything is uncharted when you go in. That was their idea. And then I said, well, after maybe we've charted a few things, maybe it would go up in value for whichever race, and we could sell it off to different races. So yeah, a lot of my ideas have evolved from going on to the Hidden Panda Show, and I really do hope that they hit back up, because that was one of my go-to places to sit and just chat. It was a good place. A bit like this podcast. So there we are.
Just says it all, Captain. He or she said, I only use duping to unlock creature slots. It costs 2,400 nanites. I know how for the second and third page. Way too much grinding. Right. Can I just give you a very little quick tip on that? Unlock your creature slots on the planet or on the space station, doesn't matter which. Go to the anomaly and trade one item to another player as you're flying in. Okay? As you're flying in. So trade one item to a character as you're flying in. And then literally all you do then is you land. You must obviously get somebody's in a grey state. Reload your game with your autosave, and you'll get all your nanites back, and you'll get your creature slots unlocked. So there's no need to do. I don't do, full stop. I don't do, but I think it spoils the game. But it's horses for horses. So, sizable, I hope that helps. with that little tip.
So that's the same with Quicksilver items as well. You can do the same. You can buy stuff from the Quicksilver merchant, and then you can just sort of do a reload by giving something away from somebody. You get your Quicksilver back, but you also get to keep the item that you've unlocked. But then,
Actually, there's an easier way to do that now, Captain.
Yeah, for me, I haven't put that one out there myself, mainly because it gives you stuff to do is running the Quicksilver. That's the only thing I really do. I'll do that for you each weekend, Henry Rice, to give you those coordinates.
And I appreciate that immensely.
Yeah, I think if you want more Quicksilver, just go shoot some interstellar ice or something, or just run a couple of other Quicksilver missions. I mean, like you said, if you've got multiple saves, you can run Quicksilver missions like in creative mode if you want. Claim the item in creative mode and jump into normal, and it's just sitting there as available, so you can pop it that way anyway. I do believe in trying to earn items rather than duplicate them and pop them in, but I do get that people haven't got the grind to sit there to earn 20,000 units just to have an additional creature slot. I kind of wish that, when you're doing milestones in-game, I really wish that it would pop things like the creature slots, or give you some storage augmentation. Because at the moment we've got all those wonderful milestones that we hit up, and they're not that easy, getting all 10 creatures scanned on 10 planets and stuff. Well, now that we've had all these lovely little rewards drop in from expeditions, it'd be nice if we got rewards for each of those different milestones. Like they might give you a golden Vectory type ship, or a golden Raza, or something. Or, unlock all your creature slots for you, or give you all 16 glyphs.
That'd be very cool. And
that would be.
Link it with the milestone. So if you scan the max amount, the highest level of creatures, you get 3 extra creature slots.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, perfect. Done. So as you got if you get 3-star, you get 3 slots given. If you get 5-star, they give you 5. Yeah, something like that.
So, Captain, anybody who basically wants to unlock creatures, the easiest way is to go to an unusual planet with one creature on it, scan it, and then basically it will unlock one of the there's plenty of these unusual creature planets, so that's the quickest way of doing it. So if you want your milestone, just go to a planet with one of those tumbly calcification things, or the spinning globes, or the bubbles, or whatever. Scan that creature and you'll get your reward, to be honest with you. That's the easiest way. But also upload it to the verse as well. So that's the quickest way of doing the creatures.
Yeah, cool. Yep, very good advice there. Very good tips. So, have you got anything else coming to your channel this week, Miyogi?
Yes, new creatures, and we'll speak to Kurt after this if he's got the time. We'll keep the creatures. We're working on getting the invisible creatures into the game, and Scottish Rod's unicorn. I haven't forgotten. Scottish Rod's unicorn with his pointed things on. But mainly, as I said, we'll be working on the creature builder and working on the courses for the with Captain Uzi, Bazil, and other helpers party. I'm building up the courses for the mega triathlon.
But once you've made Scottish Rod a unicorn, I might have to come and grab one myself. And then every time I beat him on Interceptor, I'm going to summon it and shoot it in front of him. Just watch him cry. Yep. That'd be nice. Henry Rice, have you got anything happening over on the Wiki space? Because I know you look after a few pages over there, if not a few. I mean, tell us a bit what you do on the Wiki.
My audio is still working.
Yeah, it is. It's working. We heard you just drop something.
Cool. It's been weird on my computer today. Sorry. On the wiki, it's a bit the hit or miss right now. My main thing that I deal with is weekend missions. As you said, I just kind of keep track of the of what's going on there with what system we go to, what the mission type is, that kind of thing. And yes, Captain, we're up to this week was 61 since season 3 started. So we've been at this for over a year.
That is mental, isn't it?
As Dr. Prong said, I really wish the lore would come back. I miss the lore.
Same.
Actually, I compiled all the lore for the wiki for the weekend missions on a dedicated page. So if you ever want to go back and look at all of season 1 and all of season 2's lore, it's all there.
Well, my video link's there as well, hasn't it? Last time I checked. Well, that was a year ago, though.
It might. I haven't looked. Sorry.
Yeah, and in the app for those weekend missions, your links to your videos are still there, Captain.
Oh wow, cool.
There is that.
every now and then, because a lot of the data I cache so that we're not people who are making the same kinds of requests. It doesn't hammer my server too much or fetch too much from the database. Every now and then, when I'm clearing cache from stuff on the server, I'll see that someone has just went and gone through the wiki pages, and I'll see like wiki page 44, 43, 42, 41. So someone went through all the pages and was looking through the lore.
Cool. Oh, that's awesome to hear. That's nice. Cool. So, Kurt, you got anything else coming to your app or to your Discord that you want people to know about?
I think the project that I was hinting at is probably going to be the next thing that I focus on. I don't think the app's going to get too many more updates for a while. Maybe a few more bug fixes in the web version. But that and Miyogi's creature builder, or the Miyogi and the Sharing Hub's creature builder, is what I'm also going to be looking at.
This creature builder, would it be in the app or is it something completely separate?
It could actually be in the app, but it wouldn't be very helpful. It wouldn't be, because it's just JSON that's getting pooped out and imported in. So let's rather keep it out.
To let everyone know, there is still a lot of complication to get the creatures in. So even though it's not, as Kurt will tell you, it's not just a case of paste the creature in and it'll work. No. There are still tweaking arounds that have to be done. So it just means that we know what the body parts are on the creatures. And Scottish Rod, you're a swine. It has to be white. You'll have to colour it white. He said in your track, Captain, it has to be white.
And it has to poop haggis as well. It's got that in there too.
Awesome. I've got a walking haggis. What more do you want?
Yeah, here's one for you. You know the rocks that turn into spiders and run off?
Thanks to the creature builder, Kurt has found the file for it.
Really?
I've got it. Yes, we are looking at it, but the problem is it is going to be probably an invisible pet. So with Kurt's help, Kurt's done a data mine in the files that where he might be able to bring it in. But he's Kurt, can you bring up the page if it's not going to take too much time up with the rock creature and then show off the body parts to it, the dragon legs and the I think it's mantis legs.
Yeah, I already got it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
So basically, rock spider. There it is. So there's two. There's a rock spider and a rock creature, and you see it's got mantis arms. Can you just pull up rock creature?
It says rock stream. Oh, here we go. There we go. Yep, I've got it on the screen now. Everybody can see it. I'll make it nice and big. 1 second.
See how it says mantis A. And if you any of the highlighted bits that Kurt's put on it, you can drag down and get different legs for it. So there are multiple different versions of the rock creature.
And you know the little pidgets where it says predator has first egg modified? Can you actually let it so all eggs can be modified now, or even allow you to ride it?
I think this is referring to has it been modified when it was an egg.
Okay.
No, the answer is at the moment no. We will look into it, but the case of what Kurt's done, he's done over a week, and it's a massive amount of work. What he's done to make it so simpler.
Is that the code that it's generating over to the left?
Yeah.
That's so cool that you've made a GUI interface that the unlearned can use, and it creates the code. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, that's kind of the whole point. Because you can do all of this manually. But
can you see with the rock creature? Sorry, Kurt. It's got a 00 creature seed, 00 creature secondary seed. That Kurt has put in a regenerations for each of the seeds at the bottom.
Yeah,
that's pretty darn freaking cool. Nice one.
And an egg timer so that the eggs can be ready to lay, to be honest with you. At the moment, I'm having it crashing at the moment, but I've lost 2 saves, but I've rebuilt them. That's only because I'm pushing it beyond a certain point, so I can go back to Kurt and tell him what's what. But he's just done an awesome job, absolutely awesome job, for making it easy for people to do that.
Can I make a suggestion?
Mm-hmm.
It shows you the preview of the code. Would there be a way to have maybe a toggle on that box to toggle a mock-up of what the creature might look like?
I've been looking at that, but it's difficult. It's doable, I think, but I need help from the modding community. Because obviously all the object files are in the game files, but and now that we have the names of the object files that we need to display or use, it's doable, but I can't get those object files to be exported from the game files properly. So I need to hit up Monkey Man. But yeah, that was a suggestion from Cyberpunk as well.
Okay.
Just to have a creature previewer, but that feels to me like a version 3,
Okay.
a version 3 feature.
Cool, well at least it's been thought of, and yeah, nice to hear that that's in the works. Beeble's just become a member. You was a member before of my channel, Beeble. Welcome back aboard the Captain Starship. Lovely. Nice to have you here, Beeble. Thank you very much for supporting my channel that way. Cool. Oh, so, anything other than... No, well, I think we've covered enough, to be fair, though, haven't we? To be fair. I mean, we've covered lots this episode, more than what I was expecting to cover. It's all going good. Close stream. There we go. Now we're looking great again. There we are. Oh, my little Corvax guy on my Nexus cam has run away. Okay, cool.
I know.
The Nexus cam over here, back over to this chap. Yeah, so that Nexus cam, people, you can actually try and photobomb that. If you go into the Nexus, it's in normal mode, so you could just dance in there if you wanted to or whatever. But there we go, I think we're going to be closing this off now. Right? I don't know whether you guys want to pick out a question from inside the live chat, and we'll have a quick read of it and see if we can give people answers. I'll do the same thing. I'll have a quick look, see if I can find something. Start reading them out when you find one.
The Omega Falcon. I found out last night that if you wait and complete the final milestone in E7, you will get a reset without losing the milestone progression. Progress, sorry. Thus, making death milestone in the first set to technically the last one.
Right, okay. Cool.
I don't really understand that, but anybody else can clarify that? Yeah.
No, when you read it out, I didn't really understand it. I just said yes for the sheer heck of saying yes, to be honest. Okay.
Everyone's just said cheers to our dinner time here, so.
I've found something that I can put up on screen, so let me just go back over to podcast mode, 1 second. Podcast mode, and let me just drag that over onto the screen so you guys can see it. Oh, that's not what I wanted to drag over. I'll drag this one over. Come on, there we go. And I'll pop that up on the screen. Yeah, so this is the experimental branch of No Man's Sky. And there's some fixes here, and one of them is to give you the actual Leviathan, the thing that we actually completed the whole freaking thing for, to get the actual end result. But there's a couple of other fixes here which are quite interesting. So when you respawn in, you would no longer spawn into a place where it's not safe and you just instantly die, which is great. So there's a fair few there, but the main thing is at the end of getting your reward, the expedition, hopefully you will get the Leviathan. So all those people that have been hitting me up in my comments and things saying, I've completed the expedition, I didn't get the Leviathan, we're all in the same boat, including myself. And hopefully once this patch comes to all consoles, everything should be good. I was kind of hoping by the time I got back from my stag do, it would already be there, but it's not, sadly. So.
Beetleman just said, yeah, I made a video about this yesterday. Laugh out loud. Once again, you reach the Leviathan. All the deaths after that do no longer reset your run. So basically, I think you've got to get to number 5 for it to start resetting itself into this loop.
Yeah,
That's an important thing to do.
without giving too much away, once you actually find your Leviathan, there is another scripted death. It puts you on a planet and you'll be well away from your ship. Well away from your ship. And at that point, that's when, if you die, it doesn't really put you back on the first planet. It puts you back to that end planet at the end of the game. Yep, but pretty cool. I didn't know you get to keep all your stuff, though. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Okay, anything else from you, Kurt?
No, I think I've given away too much.
Yep, I think we've covered all main questions that got asked. A lot of other things of people talking to one another, and I think everybody got the answers that they wanted to get answers for. So I think it's probably safe for us to end off now. Yeah? Cool. Well, it's been a fantastic stream. Thank you very much, Kurt. Thank you, Miyogi, and thank you for joining us, Henry Rice, and give us some clarity around those progress bars.
Yeah, thank you, Captain.
Yeah,
Thank you,
I still
Captain.
think they're bloody broken, though.
Don't disagree. I wish they had done something like with Expedition 2 and actually gave us something along the way, because I think it's the same system they used with Expedition 2.
Yeah, or even if they're not broken, just a little bit more transparency, and maybe Polo says, right, you've given me enough, you can't give me any more, go away. I'm still analysing the last batch you gave me. Freaking
I like
mental.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean they did that in previous expedition, weekend missions, so I think that would be transferable across. Right, anyway, thank you very much all 57 people that I have watching now. I think it climbed to higher than that earlier. I think Zane's World is going live later today. Let me see if his stream is up right now. Probably see what I'm doing.
It's 6 o'clock, Captain.
Okay.
Dr. Pong has said I'm going live at 11 p.m. UK.
11 p.m. That's a little way away yet. I think we're probably going to have to raid Zane, but that's worth knowing. People hit a reminder up on Dr. Pong, because Dr. Pong is an awesome content creator. She really is. Hit her up, and yeah, that'd be really cool. I'll pop back over to my chat. I'll put a link to Zane's stream if you want to go over and just tell him that it's a Captain Steve's raid. So Captain Steve sent you over. That'd be pretty nice if I could frickin' spell his name. There we go. Pow! DPT Steve. Raid. There we go. You just chuck that in there. And I want to say a massive great big thank you for all the new subscribers or new members, and Marcel Barthez for his donation. Thank you very much. It's so much appreciated. It really is. All the help that I get over on my channel. Yep. Thank you very much. Cool. Alright, so goodbye people out there in the viewerverse.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Cool.
Bye-bye.